But I want to start with this. We know Lamar Jackson is sitting there. He requested the trade early in March. They've been talking back and forth. It doesn't seem like a lot of communication is actually happening, though. From your perspective, how do you view the way that the Ravens have handled this situation with Lamar Jackson?
It feels insane. I'm being candid, it feels crazy because he's good and he can do his job. And you built, if they don't get Anthony Richardson, I don't know what this team looks like without Lamar Jackson, because they've built this team around what he can do. And we've seen other players, wide receivers specifically, talk about how the team's not built to suit them. And it's not a Lamar Jackson thing. It's a play calling and it's a coaching thing. So we've seen that already. And I just don't what are they going to do? Draft Will Levis? Then what? Now you're in trouble for real.
That's going to be a bad deal.
He's a sack machine.
Exactly. And I think that's where the Ravens are at right now. It seems like from the Ravens' perspective, they would really like this deal to happen, but they certainly want it to happen on their terms. For Lamar Jackson, I think that he's a little bit more okay with what may be out there in the world. If he's a Raven again, I think he would be happy, certainly, but he wants to get the money that he feels like he's valued at. And the Lamar Jackson evaluation is really hard to me in terms of determining where you draw the line on how much you pay him, specifically how much you guarantee. Because we know that he had the MVP season in 19. It was absolutely ridiculous. Yep. Nobody's taking that away. But then you fast forward a couple of seasons. He has 16 passing touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Not exactly a great year. Over the last 2 seasons, he's missed 10 football games. But even in the span of what he's done with his legs, in terms of rushing yards, the next guy is 1,000 yards behind him. And so it's such a high and low give and take with a guy like Lamar Jackson. Yep. And I think that's the organizational question about how do we assign value to a quarterback like him?
See, here's the thing. Look, you see this right here? 704. I'm in Charlotte, baby. Cam Newton, same thing, right? Guy that was just an absolute monster on the ground. He figured it out down the field because he was good at pushing the ball down the field. But at the end of the day, the organization was like, yeah, but this guy, he gets hurt. And getting hurt is the problem. Russell Wilson, another guy who now we're seeing him on the back end of his career, and being hurt is a real thing for him. And it changes his accuracy. So it's not to say that it doesn't matter, but it is to say that this team is built for Lamar Jackson. You can't just go out and get anybody to plug in.